Almost everyone has them, but no one knows what to do with them, how to get out of them, what's the proper way to do it. They're messing up people's credit.
He got $997,000 forgiven. To date, we have helped over 50,000 people secure over $50 million in loan forgiveness. This is not the season to be like, I'm not gonna pay him. Okay. So this administration is letting you know they're not playing.
There's people that are just like, I'm not gonna pay. You're going to mess up your credit. Like you need to do, you gotta pay them something, right?
Credit scores right now are dropping anywhere from 100 to 200 points.
It has to work or it has to work.
And I just want to go ahead and take a minute and thank our sponsors, right? Brought to you by our agency, Circle Greatness Agency, where we partner with coaches, consultants, course creators, and online business owners just like yourself, and we help you scale. We've been behind the scenes of some of your biggest digital brands, some of your biggest digital coaches. We now inject our proprietary digital system behind them to help them grow. So if you're looking at this, you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're a course creator, you are looking to have a webinar, you're looking to grow your income, you're looking to become a better speaker, our agency can help you in various ways. So if you're looking for a partner, if you're looking to learn more, if you're looking to see how we can help, go to www.partnerwithneo.com right now so you can learn more. And without further ado, get ready for the most impactful, most enlightening episode that you have ever experienced.
Almost everyone has them, but no one knows what to do with them, how to get out of them, what's the proper way to do it. They're messing up people's credit. So I had to bring on the leading authority when it comes to student loans, Dr. Sonia Lewis. Not only is she the leader in the industry, she's an entrepreneur. Of course, she's a businesswoman. She's always changing the game. Without further ado, Sonia, Dr. Sonia Lewis. What's up, sis?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm
you
super
back.
excited.
They asked for it. They was like, yo, I need to know what's going on right now.
We got so much to cover because in this season, with all these new changes, new administration, this is not yesterday's student loans.
Yeah.
So we have to get into a lot of different topics today, but I know that this episode is going to really give someone a breakthrough, and we'll dispel some myths. People can still get loans forgiven, right? Our favorite topic. So we got a lot to get into.
Is that the favorite topic, loan forgiveness?
Oh, everybody loves it.
Yeah, people want to figure out how to get out of it.
That's the two favorite words,
Yeah.
loan forgiveness. Yes.
And that means I'm out of it.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know, to date, we have helped over 50,000 people secure over 50 million in loan forgiveness.
Wow.
And even the last administration, shout out to the Biden administration, Secretary Cardona, we got him on camera saying everybody needs to be in your community.
Wow.
He said the way you teach and explain information, he said you outdoing us.
Let me ask you this question. I vividly remember our relationship spans over 10 years now. It was, you started as a mentee, you came to one of my events.
I gave you my last, see what thing I got to tell you about y'all something right now. I gave this man my last $100.
Yeah. That was crazy. I was charging $100. It's crazy.
No, it was a good event. Yeah. And I remember I'm going to have to go into the red for this. Yeah. But I knew I needed to be there. I didn't understand entrepreneurship. Yep. I wasn't trying to have a business. Yep. I just needed new people, new environment. And you were just on the move. Whatever, I mean, and you know, when we look back what the move is, yeah. I don't know. But I just knew, and we from Philly, whatever someone was doing something positive, I felt like the other positive people rallied behind it. Yeah. If that makes sense.
100%. No, that's good. So yeah, so I remember vividly you coming in, and I know you were in a process of getting your PhD. You wanted to get your PhD. So I put Dr. Sonia on the.
You did.
It was a black name card, triangle cue card. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I didn't have a business yet.
Yeah, and you was like, why? And I'm like, well, you want to be a doctor, so we got to speak it in existence. But ironically, you left there maybe with an epiphany. You hit me up, I don't know when, but you said, I think I want to do student loans. I'm like, why the freak would you do that?
Oh, I remember to this day, I called you first. I said, I know what I'm going to do now because I was studying how student loan debt affected African-American women at that time. And I remember thinking, this is an epidemic. I want to help people with that. And also from a practitioner side of things, I was already doing that work in higher ed. So I'm like, but there's nobody doing this as a business, right? I remember I called you, and you was like, no, it's not going to work. It's not good. And and that was the first time, and because I saw you as a friend and a mentor, I remember I was like, I'm going to buck the system. And I was like, I don't care what you think. Like, we hung up, right? So like 5 minutes go by, you call back, hey, actually, I think this would be a good idea because I remember like it was yesterday, he was like, I've got one eye. I'm not paying it. I'm not going to do anything with that. Yeah. What are you thinking? Yeah. And I was like, I think that we're back now. Yeah. And I remember, I was proud that, because sometimes when you're very vulnerable creating something, and if you admire someone, and they tell you, no, it's not a good idea, you could really hang up and be like, oh, it's fine. Yeah. But I felt a strong conviction, and I just knew you would call back, you see? So, but I was glad that you did co-sign the vision, because it makes it much easier when you have someone that can help you, believe in you. And I already knew you knew enough to get something going, right? Because you had already started a few businesses at that point.
I still don't know anyone else that does what you do.
No, now I train them. No, respectfully.
So essentially, if I see somebody out here doing this, it's because you trained them almost.
I've trained over 400 people so far.
Wow.
So my goal before the end of this year is to train another 400. It's very realistic to do. I can train you to be an add-on to what you're currently doing in financial services. I can train you to have your own individual practitioner. I can train you to be one of our certified coaches. There's 3 lanes in which we can do this. The point is, it's 42 million people that have student loans. My entity is never going to reach everyone. Right. And I don't even want to run an Amazon operation of coaches either. I would like to do what I'm doing now, and it's working out great.
That's good. So student loans, I mean, I feel like student loans to me is like the mafia. Like I feel like you sign up at 18, you don't really know. That's like you almost cannot get out of them. Like almost.
No, I mean, it's just very, very rare examples in which someone could use bankruptcy as a tool. There's some creative ways that people may, try to leverage private funding to do it, like a private loan. I go against that. The best product I've seen along those lines, though, are mortgage products that say, hey, we will allow you to embed some of your student loan debt into the equity of this purchase. So that's a good idea, if anyone wants to look into that. But other than that, you have to pay these loans. This is not the season, especially with this administration, this is not the season to be like, I'm not going to pay them. Okay. They have let you know and they have never done this before. It's so strange. The White House press secretary did a whole conversation on how you will repay your loans. That is unprecedented. Like, no one has ever done a press moment about your repayment. So this administration is letting you know they're not playing.
Let me ask you this. So when it comes to loans or whatever, what should someone be doing now? Like a lot of times for me, I got on forbearance. I think, is it called forbearance?
Forbearance.
Forbearance. I was paying the lowest payments. There's people that are just like, I'm not going to pay. You're going to mess up your credit. Like you got to pay them something, right?
Credit scores right now are dropping anywhere from 100 to 200 points because people haven't been in repayment because of the pandemic. They're literally, as of this last October, coming out of the pandemic pause. So that happened in October of 2024. But the thing is, it takes months to show up on your credit. So about March, April, people were hitting us up like, what am I supposed to do? Screenshots in my DM. My points dropped 100 points. I was trying to go buy a house next month. And, now we do have some methods in which we can help reverse that. And I'll give one away for free. Is that if you see that your score dropped and you weren't intentionally late or you didn't know you were in repayment, you can contact your lender. You're going to be on hold for a couple hours. And you can ask and request to have a general forbearance backdated to the date in which you were late.
Wow.
So if you were late as of October 1st and you have general forbearance available, they will backdate it. But this is very tricky. Lenders are no longer calling and messaging or emailing you about it. They're literally waiting for you to say something.
Wow. Hey, if you're looking at this episode, I want you to stop right now. In the description, you're going to see a link. I want you to go register for class that's happening this Monday.
Yes.
Going to literally show you guys the formula on helping you with student loans. This isn't something you want to kind of dabble with. This is something you want to figure out now. Like, one of the things that I've learned is when you don't address things, they get worse. So make sure you get on the class and register right now. Link is in the description. So, man, as we talk about it, man, tell me, how does it work now with buying a house? I feel like I saw your social media years ago with this, and I don't know the new concept, but at one point I know they started to assess student loans towards your debt to income ratio. What are they doing in 2025 with
Well,
that?
so the Trump administration hasn't currently, as of the filming of this podcast, made any changes to the rules that were updated by the Biden administration. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is what we call the sweet spot. So if you're watching this episode and you know you have over $50,000 in student loans and you're wanting to buy a home, this is your time, like today. Because what's gonna happen is, because Trump did it before, they reverse rules. And the rule right now is they can use your income-driven repayment plan payment to say this is what your payment's gonna be, versus before it was 1% of what you owed. So 1%
So
of
for example, if you owe $100,000, you're saying they putting $1,000
right,
in,
saying that was your payment a month, but
Okay.
that may have not been your real payment.
and
When
that's great. So now $1,000 a month,
that's like a mortgage.
yeah, that's hurting your ability to buy a
Yeah.
home, because they're saying, let's say if you make $4,000, that's 25% of your income
Yeah.
going to the student loan. So
No.
it may mess up your chances of buying this home.
Yeah, you know, when you're borrowing with FHA, I think I think your DTI can be up to either 53 or 57%. But they were making it like the student loan was majority, right? So you didn't have no room for credit card debt, no car payment, miscellaneous bills. So the problem though with that is that's unfair disproportionately to African American borrowers who have the most student loan debt traditionally. So what we were seeing is that particularly African American women who are very degreed, masters, doctorals, they're not able to play in the home buying market, because the other problem with this is that this same person who has a master's and doctoral degree usually works in the services field, the helping field, the education field, but traditionally their income is under 100,000. You following? So if your income's under 100,000 and you got this big student loan payment, you cannot break into a home buying situation.
Right.
Or stay with me, this has happened to a lot of our clients and the friends that I have, in which you do make $100,000 a year. You do make $150,000 a year, right? Because you went to school, you've got your master's, your doctoral degree, but because they were miscalculating your debt to income ratio, you cannot move into a good neighborhood. So whereas you should really be able to buy a $400,000, $500,000 home, because of your student loans, you're capped under $300,000. So now all those accolades, the nice car you drive, how amazing you are, cannot be reflective in where you live, because you have to live in a neighborhood that caps you at $300,000. So it's a bigger deal. Like, you know, these student loans, I know we just talk about them in an abstract way, but I see every day how it affects everyday living. Because you do make good income, your payment really is only $300, not $1,000, like we just talked about. You should be able to live in a good neighborhood, good school district. You've earned that. But because of the rules and the laws, we got to keep you right here.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. 2025, do you believe post-education college is still as
Necessary?
prevalent? Yeah, is it not?
Oh,
Because
I
the
want
amou-
my doctors to still go to school. So
Yeah,
like,
I agree with that.
right? I don't want to see no AI. Let me tell you something. It's getting wild out here. So, of course, you know, there are fields that are going to naturally go extinct because of new technology, AI, all that other stuff, right? But what I will say is that there are some fields that are prevalent that still need to be in existence. So it's your job as a consumer and your job as someone who's looking into higher education to say, will this be a good return on my investment?
Yeah.
I don't think that you need to be spending $100,000 in education on degrees that don't return investment right away. And I never felt that way, actually. Even when people say, I want to go to school and study business, I probably could give you other recommendations for that, right?
Right.
You know, we know personally. And when I found out that the SBA, Small Business Administration, has different programs that are taught by the same professors at different schools, but you only pay them for a whole program. Again, you're not getting a degree, but your certificate. Let's say you pay the SBA $1,000 to take this class at Wharton. But you know how much tuition for Wharton normally is? Yeah. But it's the same professor.
Wow.
So like higher education is also one of those things where it is probably going to have to be modified sooner than later. This administration, Trump's administration, is really anti-higher education. Trump wants to actually come out with his own university, his own accreditation system. He wants that people that have went to school. You know, it's so funny. Like, I don't like a lot of things about him. There's some things I do like, right? One of the things that he said that he was going to do, and we don't know if he could do it because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, is that let's say you went to college and you dropped out and you acquired 36 credits. He wants your credits, no matter how long ago, how old they are, to be able to come into his university so you could finish school that would be recognized on an international baccalaureate level. Like, he talks.
How's he able to do all of this stuff?
I don't know. This man can do it. I don't know. So the thing
He's
is,
just out here doing things. It seemed like for his gain.
oh yeah, he just dropped the cell phone service.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is a wild boy. Like, you think, you think
Trump got a meme coin. Like, he's outside. He's a businessman. He running the country like a businessman.
Every president is always going to benefit from their time in office. Let's be clear. When the Bushes were in office, I believe it was oil, right? Like, you always got to know what everybody's lineage is tied to. The last time Trump was in office, we had Betsy DeVos as Secretary of Education. She's tied to Navient. She protected Navient and boosted Navient with contracts at all costs. This is their financial family legacy retirement plan, right? So when we think about Trump as a businessman, he's going to do business moves that will benefit him from this 4-year stint. He doesn't have to do another 4 years if he does this one right. So yeah. The meme, cell phones. I mean, we could probably, the sneakers.
You got sneakers now?
Oh, you didn't see the sneakers that came out?
No.
Yeah, they look like Jordans a little bit. Like, this man is a wild boy, I'm saying right now. You know, you don't have to like him as a president. You don't even have to like him as an individual, but you might respect him as a businessman.
He gonna get to the coin.
And last thing, when he got elected, right, he redid all his audibles, the intros. I just want you to go play one of the audible intros. Wow. He said, if you're listening to this audible, it's probably because you want to know who's going to be your next president. And I, in fact, plan to tell you who I am. I said, well, who are you? Like, I think I'd just be blown away with the giggles of it all because he still is a brilliant businessman, just maybe not a good person, you know.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So you built one of the largest communities around student loan, just helping people, whether it's repayment, whether it's forgiveness. And you even just recently bought a home where they can come learn even more. So one, congratulations.
Yeah.
After so many years, what makes you still champion this? You know,
I know
sometimes people change.
That all the
like,
time.
I'm done with something. Like you're just
as
excited as you were when you started. What gives you that?
I literally wake up like, today.
Yeah.
Because every day I'm going to meet someone new that has a new problem, and I like solving new problems.
Yeah.
42 million people have a student loan problem, and their problem is unique from the other person's problem. And because this is easy and effortless to me, my 5 minutes of education can free you from years of hardship. So because I understand my gift, I know that I don't need to go looking and chasing a new thing. Like, I like consistency. As a businesswoman, I like boring money. Yeah. I don't want to be out here trying to chase new trends and fads and I know I could, but at the end of the day, this is my lane. I want it to be like when we think of Michael Jordan, we think of
basketball,
100%. Right? Okay, here's a quick one for you. When we think of Nehemiah Davis, we think of
giving back. I don't speak.
Well, I know. My word is always greatness in my mind, right? Because you've logoed us out, right? This might be a greatness cover on here. I don't know. So, but the thing is, what do we want people to think of us as? And I've done a good job that anytime you hear the word student loans, I just want my little cheeks to be like, right in your memory. And that's good branding. And so why would we want to confuse our audience, confuse from a business perspective, our market? Years before, when I was in Mary Kay, shout out to that. That was my first little MLM. It was good.
You learned a lot of skills from there?
Oh, I learned a lot. I knew I wasn't going to stay in the industry, but I learned. Yeah. But you thought of me when you thought of that in the city of Philadelphia, for example, right? Literally not too long ago, I was in Rite Aid. Oh, any of the girlies that still sell that, just listen, this is a gym. I used to go to Rite Aid on Saturdays and Sundays because the girlies would be in the aisle trying to figure out their mate, their shade match, right? But you can't open the stuff in Rite Aid, right? So what would I do? I say, hi, are you trying to find your color? And a woman always wants another nice woman to help them. I say, okay, you know what? This is just not getting it. And I have my little pendant on it say Mary Kay. I happen to be in here. If you want to go right outside to my trunk, and it would be always daylight, but it does amaze me how people would go to your trunk though. Yeah. But anyway, I'll say in the sunlight, I can show you your colors. I got some samples, and if you want to just grab it from me. Yeah. You know how much I used to make on the weekends from that alone? Crazy. One, I call it.
What was the employee saying to you though?
I have nothing to do with that. I don't know. They should have been helping. Where was the employees at? Right, Nobody's walking, but it's not their job at a Walgreens to help you find your color match. 100%. This is not Sephora. Yeah. And then also, I'm intentionally wanting to work with the woman who cannot afford Sephora. Yeah. Right? Because Sephora is a whole nother world. Yeah. MAC is a whole nother world. I'm trying to help the woman that's on a budget that needs something quick, and I've got some products here that are quick, and I take Cash App, Stripe, So that would be my weekend routine. But again, I was relentless with that. But I think though, Nehemiah, and I think about you too, success just shows up in everything you do. Yeah. Whether I'm going to sell Mary Kay or am I going to help the world with student loans?
It translates to everything.
Yeah.
That's why I be telling people, and I say that how you do anything, how you do everything. I'm serious. Like, you need to give everything you're doing, everything you got. Mm-hmm. They need to remember you that, yo, man, I did the best I could do on everything.
I go to sleep every night knowing I did the best I could do. Yeah. Like, literally, I had some friends over last night, cook for them. People are so surprised I can cook. You're surprised, too. It's hilarious.
I was so surprised.
I can cook. No. So I had some people over, but you know what I was thinking the whole time as they're wrapping up? I got to put my clip out. I do a reel every day. I didn't do the day's reel. Mm. It's very easy to be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh. Yeah. But I literally ran into the room, did the reel. If we look at my phone right now, I put that reel up last night at about 9, 10 o'clock. Right now, 12 hours later, it already did 10,000 views. But what if I would have went to sleep and didn't put it up?
You wouldn't have got 10,000 views.
No, and then it already got 500 responses.
Which is crazy.
But that's just goes to show you can't. This thing I wish people would notice about entrepreneurship. You don't really have a day off. It's going to be to a point where people have a certain level of success that may be like, you know how we're using AI. Like I saw your AI, I got a little AI, but until I can get someone that thinks how I think as the head of this brand, it's going to be real hard to separate and assign that to someone else.
Yeah. You had, where did you initially develop your work ethic from? Like you got that from your mom?
My mom and my grandma.
Okay. Because your mom she worked?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, remember my mom got sick when I was 16. Okay. No, so let's go back. So my grandmother was the first in our family to go to college. Okay. I actually this year just did a scholarship in her name. I meant to tell you, at my high school, the Willie Francis Education Memorial Scholarship. We gave it to someone who was deserving.
That's legacy.
Yeah. And I was so mad sitting in the auditorium, right? Because I had only did 1,000. But my graduating class at my high school really only be 100 people. But if I planned properly, why couldn't I give them each 1,000? Yeah. I was sitting in the audience so convicted. And that's why I want to say to you, Neil, like, I'm so serious. Like, my convictions have changed from stuff and nice things to, I'd be so mad, like, why I can't give how I want to give. And you already been on that, though. I'm just catching up, respectfully. So anyway, my grandmother, first to go to college back in the 50s, she set the bar. It was 7 of them. There is no financial aid. Her uncle said, I can only pay for one of you to go to college. Yeah. He told us from the start. She's the youngest, by the way. And he said, you all are going to have to vote. Who do you think should go to college?
Yeah.
And my grandmother said unanimously voted for her because she was walking to school in the rain. She was walking when it snowed, but not a lot of snow. She said it was more so rain. She said when it was hot, because this is down in the South. Yeah. She said when her shoes would break, she said she walked barefoot.
Wow.
She went to school, she said, every day.
Wow.
Because at this time, only job really was to still do like some sharecropping. Was still, even though when we think about back then, she was born 1931, I think it was. So we're not too far removed from slavery. Like, it's now you just got jobs doing some of the same stuff.
Right.
And she said she knew she didn't want that for herself. So anyway, she went to college, graduated, and she set the tone for our family that you have to go to college or go to the military. And if you didn't, she would take her favor off of you.
Wow.
Now, that's a real thing, honey.
Yeah.
I seen
Wow.
it. If you told her you're not going to school or military, she'd say, well, I don't know if you'll be coming over here on Sundays no more. Like,
Wow.
I'm talking about
Damn.
cold. You
Serious.
can't come to Sunday dinner. You can't come to no holiday dinners. You can't ask her. She the first one I knew with American Express card. It is not available for you. Like, I saw it. I said, oh, no, you're not going to cut me off like that. But, so I do think there was some people pleasing there for her, right? Then my mom was an overachiever. She worked for the school district of Philadelphia. She was a special education teacher, but this is where I get this from. My mom created and redesigned how the curriculum should be for the school district for special education students. She was very passionate that, no, you're not going to group all these students in here together that have the same special needs. And if we do have to, because of space, we're going to put the room into quadrants of 4. Like, that was my mom's brain.
That's good.
So I know I get these things from these two women particularly. My dad's work ethic. My dad was a postal man. Stories offline about him, but he would find ways to improve the system because they had these rules he didn't like. You got to scan the
They
thing.
said we invented everything.
He said, I used to come up with methods and I would have the men pay me. I know I get my work ethic from both sides. But what it really comes down to is, at the end of the day, we from Philly.
Yeah. You got to get to it.
You got to get out.
That's a fact.
And it's only one way out, which is through some monies, right? And I knew that if I stayed in the city, I would not hit my fullest potential. And you were the first to leave out of our friend group. And I was so sad when you left. I'm like, but I was so happy at the same time. Do it make sense? And then you found your tribe here. I'm like, are they nice to you? I don't know. They seem solid. I used to call and check on you. Who is this? I'm going to tease Mark. Who is this him 500? I don't know him. He all right? Yeah. Call like a worried mom. Yeah. I came down here and didn't smile at none of them. I don't know y'all. Y'all all right? I don't know if y'all solid yet.
I don't know if y'all trying to get over it or not.
I don't know. But they love you. And I was happy that you transitioned to a healthy space here. But the point I'm making here is, like, people, when they watch you or they know me, or I always want to have conversations with people like, why you wake up every day like you not trying to get out of something either? What's got to click on for the people that's watching us that they don't want more too? And if you feel like you don't know how to get more, we're in the system, in the season now where you can, for free, find out how to get to the next level.
100%.
But that got to be that dog in you.
Yeah. Where do you get the dog, though? There's so many people just don't got it in them, bro. I'm like, I don't be getting it.
No, like, I remember as a only child with a single mom, I remember my mom being up late at night trying to figure out the bills, reconfigure the bills, or she'll say stuff like, okay, what'd she say one time? She said, if the gas get turned off, that's hot water. She said this week, it's summer, we taking more cold showers anyway, and she would laugh it off. I'm like, the gas got to get cut off for a week? Because we need the electric, because we need the air.
Right.
You see? Like, these are things that I remember she would say out loud, because who's she going to talk to about this? Like, she was really having a meeting with herself, but I'm absorbing it, right? Or, like, she'll say, we're going to head to the ATM and do a little overdraft, but my bank will cover and I'm with a credit union. Like, I got things that I would hear. And I remember thinking, like, I don't want an overdraft. I don't want nothing to be cut off.
Gas to go off. Yeah.
Oh, I remember they repoed the car. I got a memory of that. My favorite, this Dodge Stratus. That was my. I felt like we were in on it, right?
What color was it?
Black.
Yeah.
black with gray interior. Kids remember stuff like this. I was like 10. She said, it's all right. But she was always so positive. She was like, we had that car for a year. Like, do you understand the mindset?
You saw that new movie with Taraji P. Henson?
Yeah. Oh, don't bring it up. Oh, first off, and I don't want to cry right now.
I watched like 10 minutes of
I
it,
watched
but it
of it.
like that's how it.
Do you know it was so traumatic for me watching it? My man had to pause it, and he said, this is not the show for you. And here's the thing. He already watched it ahead of me. And he said, can I spoil it for you so we can... He says, I think you about to have an asthma attack. Yeah. I'm talking about, I was like, I'm crying hard because I didn't know that it triggered all that stuff.
So I probably did that for a lot of people then.
Oh, yeah. Tyler on to something. Yeah. Don't ever make another movie like that. I don't like it. But watching it, it reinvigorated my why. I'm watching my mom. Now, she ain't never shoot nobody, but I'm watching my mom trying to figure it out. I'm watching.
Really shot that person. That was in the beginning of the movie too.
Yeah. I mean, did she? Yeah, I don't know if she meant to. Was it? Did she?
I don't know. Look, I fell asleep after that part.
Oh.
So if I don't get to a movie like early in the day, I'll lay in that bed. It's over.
I think though, as a man, you could watch it and not be as affected as I am. But I think I was affected because I told him, I was like, these are some of the things that my mom had to go through. And my mom was educated as a teacher. Yeah. So we wasn't on the same lines of that poverty. But the reason why I feel like my mom was in the debt that she was in is because even though my mom made about $60,000 a year, she put me in private school. She wanted to have a nice car. Yeah. She put us in a good living community with a gated community with a pool. Right, like my friends didn't have pools growing up, being in Philly. So she struggled, but I didn't know we were struggling. Oh, we had a nice 1-bedroom, but I had the bedroom. My mom slept on a sofa bed, y'all. Like, and then looking back on, I'm like, you slept on a sofa bed.
And you paying off mortgages and all
that. Oh, now I paid off her home. I said, so don't call me for nothing else. Like, money does not grow on trees. She said it grows digitally. I got to hang up on her. So, no, the thing is, I was so happy to pay her home off because it hit me like, you really, for over 10 years, slept on a sofa bed so that I could know what it was like to have my own room. Wow. Ain't that
the
deep?
Sacrifices mothers make are like...
She could have got into bed with me. Yeah. She could have put 2 beds in that room.
all you mothers out here making sacrifices.
She would not do that. Amazing. But anyway, we got to get back to it. But the point I'm making here is I think that sometimes when people see people that have made millions or had success, it's like, no, we're going to reverse engineer some of this. Anytime that I feel like business is slow or something, I don't know, y'all. I still got a little trauma that'll kick in, and I'm going to kick my way out. So I don't know why people that have been in situations worse than me can't really claw themselves out. I don't be having a lot of, empathy for my peers because we came from the same environment. How did you not want to get out with me? Why didn't you come along? I know I've alley-ooped several of my closest friends for a wait, but something just didn't. So I'm going to be honest with you. If I had more time and more money, I would research why are some people able to get out of situations and some can't. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? We don't know.
I think it's desire. I think it's you wanting it bad enough. Like, yeah, I feel like I was funny. This young kid in my program, we teaching the young men for free, 25 young men, and he wanted more than every other kid in the program right now. But I realized why. It's because he faced eviction. He faced no gas in the home. He faced not eating. So he like, yo, I gotta really go get this. So the desire is different for somebody that just, you're back against the wall.
You know, I think middle class too is a big mind cluster trickery. I don't want to cuss. I think it's a real bad thing to be middle class, right? Because middle class, you're not poor, you're not rich, you're okay. And I think my mom tried to get us to middle class, but I knew that even though we lived in this nice place and we had a nice car before it got repoed and all this other stuff, because then she had to get the little what's those cars called, squatters?
Yeah, squatters, yeah.
Where you got to turn it 3 times and pump your brakes. Yeah. So, okay, if we got to be to school by 8 o'clock, we had to get out in the car at 7 because we got to leave time to start the car. Yeah. One time I got big enough, I had to help do a little push. That's all right. It made my muscles strong. But these things I remember, and then these are true stories. The car muffler was so bad she couldn't afford to
do
fix
an
it.
interview with your mom and talk about her, so you got
I
to document it.
should. Yeah, I
You know
did
what I
interview
mean?
my grandma before,
Okay.
but I will with my mom. That's
good.
good. You know, my mom though, she, even now with the success that I have, she doesn't fully understand it or embrace it.
Right.
Like, she cries in 10 seconds over everything now. It's actually getting very weird. I took her to Maine. You know, I'm living in Maine, and I put her in an Airbnb. Me and her and the dogs. I wanted her in a big house with the fenced in, and I just wanted the dogs to play, you know, because they can't do that in the city.
Yeah.
And they running around the first day confused, like, this is for us. Second day, they figured it out. She is on the back porch crying. I'm like, what in? I'm like, I need to get her some Zoloft. I'm not gonna live like this. So I said, what is going on? I said, why are you crying? She like, I didn't know how much they needed grass. But it made her so happy to watch them. I got all this stuff planned for us to do. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go this, we canceled half of that stuff just to watch them play in the grass.
That's crazy.
I was like, oh, we could have did this a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
been to this.
and I think even your mom is still very humble about your success too. It's one of the things I love about your mom. But I also think that generation, I think that for them, I think that they're still prepared that this could change. Yeah. This could be any moment, you know? Because my mom is like, we don't gotta go out to eat tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you wanna just cook some chicken, I could take it out now. Yeah. I'm like, no, Mom, we're going to go eat. I told you I'm going to take you to get a lobster. Yeah. They said the lobster prices is high this time of year. It's okay, Mom. I got to say stuff like, I've budgeted for this. Yeah. Okay, you budgeted? Yeah. You paid everything? I say, yeah. You paid the staff? I'm like, oh, Father God. I said, and I have an appreciation for her for that.
That's funny. That's cool. Let me ask you this. What are some things right now? Because one thing is not even, you're great at student loans, but you're a great businesswoman. What are some things that people should be doing right now to help their businesses grow?
I think right now it is about staying with the trend of AI. Yeah. And I love how you're partnering with Alicia on that, because you're making AI so tangible with her that I have a respect for that, because what I fear is that our peers, even our new students in business, are not going to embrace AI like they don't need it. It's very weird. Like, it's going to happen with or without you.
1,000.
So I would like people to take that more serious.
Like, if you don't have Chat GPT on your phone now, you're getting left. Like, I'm letting you, download it right now. It's free. The free account, and start using it. I use it every day.
Oh, I have a friend who uses it like it's her best friend.
Yeah.
She's like, tell me, so-and-so, I forget what she calls her, Grace, tell me your thoughts on this. Well, I tell you. I'm like, what kind of relationship you got with your Chat GPT? So yes, that is essential. I think that we have to get back to in-person networking. The pandemic made us kind of be like, everybody shaking their head in the room, like, the pandemic made it be okay to be in silo and be by yourself. But the world is open again. For the most part, we're healthy. We need to be back outside. We need to be supporting each other. We need to do live events. We need to connect. We need to make people tangible. I'm also going to let you know that, people like the word influencer, right? I like the word impact. I don't want to be a celebrity of sorts. Like, if I go places, people are like, oh, and then when somebody come up to me and I say, let's not be weird. I cuts it down, I cuts it quick, because at the end of the day, I'm only helping you and I want to impact you. Influencer is a lot of fluff, right? Like what do you really do? Yeah. Like, what does that mean? And then now you see companies wanting to hire influencers, right? But what it is ultimately is that this person just has a way of conveying a message. Let's call it a spade at the end of the day. So I like how you have your events. I feel like you bring the right people collectively together.
Right people matter.
Like, when you have your events, right, at the estate, I know I'm going to have a good time. I'm actually flying in for your stuff, right? Because I know it's safe here. Yep. I know we have like-minded people here. Yep. For the most part, it's no pretentiousness. Yep. And if they are pretentious, I feel like they're going to start to feel weird and convicted after a while, because nobody's on that.
Yeah.
Okay, you made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Everybody in this room made a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, there's different levels to it, but
don't be feeling yourself.
yeah, like you're gonna have to let that go. So I really appreciate how you created a safe space amongst entrepreneurs, right? A room that people should aspire to get access to. I really think your next estate's gonna have to get bigger. Sorry, you're gonna have to sell this one and make it bigger. You bought the horses and stuff. That was your biggest event.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I said, now this is the fire marshal. Where is it? I'm joking. Do you think you're gonna need a bigger estate?
No, I don't.
He
said
no.
Yeah, I like bigger though, but I don't know.
You don't think that your events are going to the next level to where
I think I'll just rent it from somewhere else.
Another,
Yeah.
You find it feasible to rent. I know you're thinking about
sure.
the overhead that come with it.
100%.
He started calculating, well, the water, you know.
Yeah, the gas, the mortgage.
No, but what I'm saying for you is let me say it differently. Your influence has grown in such a way that this no longer holds the events you're trying to do.
Especially the
Or you
one
don't get
we're gonna
invited.
do Invest Fest weekend, it's gonna be crazy.
You gonna do another one?
Yeah, that's Saturday night.
You
It's gonna be
should
crazy.
rent something.
Yeah, I like use it so because we pay so much money. I'm trying.
Oh,
I'm leaving here with something.
See, that's the feeling in you coming out.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna use this house.
100%. I've been debating. I'm like, am I going to do something before too, or just wait till I want to get my monies out of this place?
You don't think you got enough?
Not enough.
Respectfully.
I'm leaving here with something.
See, y'all are watching. There's still Philly in here.
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing changes.
100%.
No, but I think that I do want to say this. I want to get the student loans really quickly because I know that they got to register for that free class on Monday. Every Monday, I want to talk about that. I do a free class that literally gives the updates, the logistics on student loans, what it is, what it isn't, what's still available, what you need to do today in class in real time. Every class, we find out that about 100 people approximately are eligible for forgiveness. We clapping, we going like, because we really are breaking it down for people, right?
Every class, over 100 people are eligible.
And we find out in real time.
Don't even know they didn't
I got
have
people
access
logging
to the
in. I got
information.
questions I ask.
Wow.
They answer it, and they're answering it honestly and truthfully.
Wow.
You're getting forgiven. And then what happens is what I love, I expect them about every quarter. I get about all at once. There's waves of forgiveness. People say to me, I took your free class, and I want you to know, as a result, I got this forgiven. So one guy joined our community, and our community is really, really affordable, right? One guy joined our community. He got $997,000 forgiven.
Wait,
Our community is under $1,000 for the year, right?
Let me ask you this before you go. What was he trying to be?
Double surgeon, Parent Plus loans, and his 2 kids are in medical school.
$1 million is crazy.
You ever hear?
Wait, how you get your kids' loan forgiven?
He had Parent Plus loans.
What does that mean?
So he took loans for his children.
Okay.
For 2 of his children. So about half of it was for them.
Yeah. Shout out to Destiny.
Yeah.
She an entrepreneur. She ain't going to college.
I know Destiny got to be your favorite child. Let me tell you something.
We ain't
Now, I
gotta
hope the other
think
kids
about
don't
it.
see this
What?
no time soon.
Yeah. Oh, they ain't going to college?
No,
unless
hear me
they
out.
ain't paying?
But
Yeah.
right now, y'all, if y'all ever watch this, I want y'all to know that Destiny is in the lead because when I saw you post her that she's making like 60 a month.
No, between 20 to 30.
Oh, 20K a month, right? Still.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I said, and she's not her father's pockets. He said, this is
Yo, I haven't given her money in ever.
No,
I don't even know
she
what
said
feels
it. She
like.
told me.
Yeah, I don't give her anything.
I said, how's it going? I was like, you need anything? And she hit me with the, I don't need anything.
Yeah.
I said, wow, what's going on?
She getting her apartment, buying her new Benz, like on her. Yeah, it's great. She's
Whoa.
19.
Do you think though, let me see, she has been around and able to understand and comprehend what's going on.
But I didn't think she was.
I didn't think she was either.
I had no clue.
She's just always been around smiling and very pleasant.
I've learned something. Somebody said something.
That's good.
Some things are taught and some things are caught. She caught it. She figured it out.
I didn't think she was trying to catch it.
Neither did I.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I would talk to her and she was like, no, he's real sweet. Yeah. Then one day she hit me with a beast whip. I said, who are you? You know. But I will say this.
that loan thing too.
I got to say this one person, my favorite. I say this every episode. But her mom got a different beast in her too. Like, don't let your wife for you. I knew that she had a crazy work ethic about herself. I got to tell the story. Cream of wheat?
Yeah,
Cream of wheat. When she told me, I tell them every time, I don't care. It's my favorite one. When Vina told me that she practices and perfected your cream of wheat. One, I knew you was gonna marry her when I heard that, but two, she was serious.
Yeah.
She said, I make it 7, 8 times in one day just to get it like his grandmother.
Yeah.
I said, Connor, what you on? But see, that's that's ethic in itself. That's work ethic in itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew that that's a transferable gene to her daughter too. Like you see that this all still lives.
Yeah.
She cares so much to perfect that for you. She said, I don't want it to be no lumps.
And she still do that stuff with different things I end up liking. She'll go figure out how to make it work.
Does she?
She still do that to this day.
I would like to report since the last time I was on this podcast that I'm now perfecting things too. So maybe I'll be some wife. No, I mean, I haven't ring it off. But no, it hit me one day I was doing something for him and I redid it a couple of times. I wanted to call her. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, I never felt this way before and I never.
That's funny. God is good though. But I want you to finish as we close. You said, man, he got every week on the class, people are getting, over 100 people are eligible for forgiveness. Like, I can't imagine logging into the portal and saying I'm forgiven. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, I just saw somebody else on your page do that. I'm like, it's incredible. So
what happens in the class is I'll give you the parameters, and if you say yes verbally to these things, then I will say, okay, yes, you're eligible. This is what we need to do. I met another person yesterday that was running it down to me at brunch, and the brain is so powerful. It kept wanting to go back and forth with me about why they can't be forgiven. And then I had to, pull out my BPE energy, and I can't say what that means, but you figure it out later. I said, am I not the student loan doctor? Like, I had to hit him with the shoulder. I said, all you have to do is, and then it clicked for the person. The brain will always tell you the negative response first. Your response is, I tried it before, it didn't work. I said, but I didn't help you with the paperwork. See, people be missing one thing from the paperwork, but it's not the Department of Education job to call you and say, Nehemiah, you missed this checkbox. This lady, I never forget, she paid us $600 total with the appointments we had to have for her. Got her $275,000 forgiven. What it came down to is we had to help her with her paperwork. And she was like, I know this just not gonna work, but I'm gonna do it because I'm all out. Fast forward, took 90 days later, she literally flew in, brought a ticket to InvestFest just to meet and hug me because she saw I was speaking, and she said, she said, I'm so glad you didn't give up on me. Oh, because she was difficult, honey. It was so to the bad, but I don't even want this money no more. Like, because she kept telling me what she wasn't going to do, what's going to work. And that's the thing, like, it's my job to dispel those myths. It's my job to make this very easy for you. It's my job to help you. We have a team that look at your account and say, you didn't get forgiven because your loans look like this. This is what's going on. But it's nobody's job to do that other than, and this is why we exist, and this is why we've been successful for over 10 years in business. Wow. Because we're very practical. We're not fluffy. This is what you need to do. This is why it's wrong. This is why you should tell your lender. Oh, and then they'd be so amazed. Do you know I called my lender and they said that's correct? But when I called them 10 other times, nobody told me. So it's like, that's why what we do is practical. Wow. So anyway, I'm looking forward to them coming to the free class. It's going to be good.
Listen to me. Make sure you guys are in the class. We're going to have a special link below that's going to get you all the details you need. Trust and believe is not something you want to miss out on, man. I'm really excited for it. I'm really pumped up for it. It's about to be absolutely game changing. So,
Sonia, as always, I love you. Thank you for taking time
to get on
the show.
I always attribute
I learned a fun fact. You like cooking.
Oh, you were amazed.
After 10 years, I've just learned.
You know what it is? Respectfully, I thought about this last night. I had time. I probably never cooked for you because in our season, we had no time for that.
That's a fact.
When was there time for cooking? We must make our daily goal.
Trying to grind,
And I always say, thank you for helping me with my first million. Thank you. Let's pay for that.
I literally remember I used to tell people, man, you couldn't go to sleep till you hit the target. And I think people, they don't set target. People don't hit targets because one, they don't set them.
Right.
And then they don't set them and they're just not committed to them.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be committed, all in.
I'm committed. I love the work that we do, and I love the impact that we have. So as long as there's more people to impact, we're around.
Let's go. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
See you guys on the next show. Peace out, y'all.